Hello everyone, I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. Last episode, we made our way over to the Black Market area and unfortunately didn't find what we were looking for. Or at least not what we hoped to find. However, we did manage to find the cure that we needed, and turned it into someone who, turned it into the Dawn Stars, so they are able to help to cure the Drowner's lung. And now Dario the Lean, who's in charge of the Black Market, is here. He called us. Let's see what he wants. A thin, long-limbed man holds a handkerchief in one end and a threaded needle in the other. As you approach, he sets his handiwork aside, and you see an elaborate goldwork pattern embroidered around the edge, the same pattern that adorns his brilliant tunic. You also notice a strange bulk beneath the thin fabric of his trouser legs that runs from hip to ankle.
The hero of the Reparu visits me at last.
Hero of the Roparu?
You must forgive the cryptic introduction, but I prefer to remain among the comforts of home.
He leans forward with a squeak of leather and a rattle of metal. You see something protruding above his boots, the bottom of a leg brace. Oh.
Ahoy there, Dario. Been a tick or two, I ain't seen hide nor hair of your scurvy arse since I were on the Sorcerer.
With a deep bow, Seraphin smiles. The expression doesn't quite reach his eyes.
I have been busy, as have you and your new friend, no? Though these are modest luxuries compared to those at the estate of your friends in Queensbirth. But had I only known there was a watcher in my midst, I would have extended the invitation sooner.
Oh, thank you for the courtesy all the same.
A pleasure. I am thinking we could be grand friends, you and I. You cannot have too many friends in Nekataka.
Dario bares his perfect, even teeth in a smile.
Real refreshing, him not asking for anything in return.
Oh, I'm sure he's about to.
And I need only a favor.
There it
An
is.
insignificant thing for a watcher like you. There is an artifact called the Cornet of Waves, which is currently in the possession of a Huana named Takano. I would like you to liberate it for me.
He flutters his slender hands in a way that resembles a bird taking flight. Most people of your standing like to handle their acquisitions themselves.
Alas, none of my people are watchers, and you will see things they cannot. Takano is a man of many vanities, as your special gifts will no doubt reveal.
That's very curious.
His villa is on the eastern edge of Serpent's Crown, just downwind of the palace.
He pauses, tenting his fingers.
The opportunist I first hired was too bold and found herself ejected from the district. With your genteel manners and unique talents, I am hoping you can avoid such complications and persuade Takano. After all, it would be best to avoid drawing the ire of our Mataru hosts. When you have the cornet, bring it to me. I will pay you well for it, and you will find my favor useful in this part of the city.
What is the Cornet of Waves, exactly?
It is an old Huana artifact, a musical instrument of sorts.
One hand plays with the elaborate decoration at his sleeve.
Ages ago, it was part of a pair, but its companion, the Cornet of Depths, was lost when the old city sank.
Was it now?
Both are said to carry the voice of Andra herself. I do not believe in such superstition, of course.
You don't mean valuable in the monetary sense. He coughs into his hand to hide his fluster.
I have told you all you need to know of the cornet. Now, I suggest you focus your sharp mind on retrieving it.
All right, then. I need to ask about another matter.
What do you require?
The Principe seem divided. Which side are you on?
Why must we speak of sides? Like squabbling merchants from the republics.
He makes a face as if he's just smelled something awful.
Once, there were no sides. Only Principi, a people united by common interest and culture. But as our fame has grown, so have our numbers. Many of these new bloods have no sense of restraint and little regard for our heritage.
His long fingers stray to his shining swollenette. Yeah, I think I see which side you're on.
He ain't blowing ballast, Cap. Don't mean there's a course to be charted back to the golden days, though.
With a sigh, Seraphin shrugs. Continue to listen.
But we need them still. The new bloods are Principe too now. And many are inventive in ways the old guard is not.
Fair enough. If I may ask, what happened to your legs?
A storm, a rash decision, and an accident at sea.
Ah,
One that took my sailing days, but not my skill with the needle.
he smiles cryptically.
Life in the Deadfire is unpredictable. Sometimes it takes you in its jaws only to spit you out onto some new shore.
I need to speak with Man Morena.
Patience. First, you must bring me the Cornet of Waves.
Very well then, farewell. Thank you for your time. I don't know what the Cornet of Waves is, but... Go back to the gullet, but... something just hit me. The Cornet of Waves and Cornet of Depths. Very ocean-focused, obviously. And there's a temple to Andra located in the Old City. And one of the cornets was lost in the Old City. Why do I have the feeling that that is connected to each other? That seems likely. Oh,
Please, I did nothing.
you see a man being dragged along a rickety boardwalk toward a rusty cage that swings over the abyss. He strains against the guard's grip. The guard delivers a savage backhand.
Enough! Or do you wish to consign her to the old city as well?
The warrior casts a meaningful glance at a woman standing a short distance away.
Let him go!
She screams at the guards, but she doesn't dare approach. The man notices her. His face lights up with shame.
Bia, I'm sorry.
Your tongue flops like a dying fish. I tire of its stink. Lower him down!
I'm guessing he did something bad. The guards drag the Roparo into a metal cage and lock him inside. He shouts and rattles the bars as it is lowered over the edge of the platform. Eventually, his screams are lost to the depths.
May Tangaloa devour your souls, you cold-blooded eels.
Well then, I think we should probably speak with her. And we have Bia's home right here, so she must be inside. This'll tell us something, I bet.
Taking Bataro not enough for you?
Leave it to me.
Two sickly Huana infants lie swaddled under rags. A woman thrashes a row of tunics and sarongs hanging from the rafters. Her pointed teeth are gritted in frustration, her lips set in a snarl. The clothes are spotless, yet she swings a handful of reeds again and again, grunting with each blow. Several children huddle together, whispering and looking on with red, tearful eyes.
Bataro is gone. Dead. What more do you want?
She punctuates each statement with a fierce whack of the reeds. The children flinch, looking between you and the woman. Take a deep breath, and let's talk about this, whatever it is, calmly. She looks at you for the first time. A fraction of her anger burns off.
Forgive me. I thought you were one of the foreigners who sent him away. Outsiders here always go to the tavern. My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away?
How did you know the man who was lowered into the old city? One of the children starts to say something, but Bia shoots him a sharp glare. She turns back to you, arms crossed, gripping the reed bundle tightly.
Bataro is punished already, I say. Whatever offense he gave, do not hang it on our necks.
She begins swatting at the laundry again, though with considerably less gusto. I know you're scared, but I'm not here to harm you.
We say the only thing that live in these depths are ghost eels. And fish eaten by ghost eels. Which are you?
She turns away from you, striking the sarong harder and harder.
The traders say they bring riches in their big ships.
The fabric pops and snaps beneath her fury. Sweat is flying, spattering the clean sarong.
But what reaches the gullet? Only crime and sickness, I say.
She pauses to take another couple of swings at the sarong. Listen.
The Rowatayans promise marvels, strong walls, and plenty for all.
She moves on to the next tunic, thrashing it with an even greater fury.
Akira, still my back aches from building their fort, and still I live here. And Bataro said we would finally leave.
She breaks off, her shoulders heaving as she catches her breath. What happened?
I heard a Rowatayan captain took up at the tavern. Suduzo, they call her.
Oh.
They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. Bataro went and found her in the tavern.
Her eyes go hard and dark.
Next I see him, the guards are dragging him to the cage.
She bares her teeth at the memory. Maybe I can talk to Suduzo. She looks at you with the same critical eye she's been giving her laundry, wringing and tugging the reeds.
They say many Rowatayan captains are women. Maybe her ears will open better to you.
She looks around, taking in the hanging clothes, the huddled children, and the warped and splintering walls of the shack around them.
Bataro took some coin. Everything he scraped together working on the docks. When he went to bargain with the captain. I would offer it to you, but it is probably in the old city with Bataro. Or in someone else's pocket.
I could look for Bataro.
I could never ask someone to go down to the old city, but since you offer...
She trails off, working the reeds between her hands while hope and dread battle in her eyes.
It is a big and dangerous place. But perhaps he hid himself. Perhaps...
She steadies herself with a shake of her head.
Please, help him if you can. Or bring me news if you cannot.
Tell me about the Rowatayan captain.
Suduzo.
Bia is holding the reeds so tightly that she snaps one in two.
They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe... But she threw Bataro out. Always Bataro was careful with his words, especially as a Raparu. But a Raparu in Nekataka gives offense just by breathing the air of his betters.
How many of you need passage to Rawatai?
We are 6. 3 children, 2 babes, and me.
Does no one else from the cast look after them?
Akira. It was so in the village, where Bataro and me came from. But here, we are all strangers. No one looks in on the sick or cares for the children.
Tell me about the stash of coin Bataro had. Worry creases her face. She sizes you up with a quick look.
I tell you, I do not know where it is, and I am sure it would be little to someone like you.
She licks her lips.
After what happened, Bataro would sooner have thrown it into the waters than given it to the Mataru or the Rowatayans. If it is anywhere, it is surely with his body.
Can you take a different ship? She shakes her head.
Many ships leave from Queen's Birth, but the Valians take slaves.
She lowers her voice and glances furtively around.
They say the Principe smuggle goods in the caverns below, but I cannot trust such people. But the Rowatayans have mighty cannons, and a big homeland they abandoned for ours. Perhaps there is more room for us there.
All right then. Well, farewell. So, well, we could talk to the captain now. I feel like we should see if we can find the guy first. And figure out a way to get him to safety. If that's something we can do.
Hey, Puffer.
If that's something we can do, that would be good. Haru clothing. That guard probably prevents anyone from going down. Can't take that, unfortunate. The wheel groans with the cage's weight. It's slick with protective oil. Overseer Hitenga. A guard folds his arms, watching the activity on the walkways through slitted eyes. A coral piercing juts from his lower lip. He notices you with a sharp nod. Why was that man sent below?
Bataro? He associated with foreign criminals.
He spits. The gob of saliva is just one more splotch on the weathered and mottled boards.
I cannot be certain about Biha, so I let her go. But I will be watching her. These wicked sorts overrun the gullet and corrupt the Raparu. Our justice must be swift and firm.
Where's Bia now?
Hers is the first house you come to. Just there. You will probably find her there.
And where does this lift go?
To the old city, Ikira. A god's cursed ruin filled with walking corpses and abominations of the deep. And the remains of lawbreakers and troublemakers. The gullet is no place to wander. Watch yourself for rowdies and pirates.
I'd like access to the lift to the old city.
Are you mad or merely lost? That place is a punishment for the lowest sort.
He waves a hand toward the exit.
Go and explore someplace with pleasant views and fresh air. The harbor, or Periki's Overlook.
Nekataka has a rich history and something lies buried. I must see it for myself. He shakes his head.
It's your neck, Kira.
He whistles and the guard standing by the lift looks over at him and
We
nods.
will leave the lift down there for half a day. That should be enough time to come back to your senses. After that, you are on your own. The guard will let you pass. Though I urge you to reconsider.
Okay. So, half a day. Noted. You know what? Much as I'd like to explore elsewhere, I think we're going to be taking a look down there and see what we can find. Maybe there is another way through? I don't know. Let me drop a save, and then I guess we can start taking a look through the old city. We'll see what happens. Alright, down we go. A rickety metal cage swings over an abyss. Your clothes billow with a foul wind from below, and faint screams and roars echo from the depths. Still, you can make out no details from this distance. Go down. You step into the jouncing cage. The door slams shut and your descent begins with the rattle of chains. As your eyes adjust to the gloom, you begin to make out crumbling ruins and shadows flickering between them. The cage comes to rest with a groan. If we're lucky, maybe we'll find Botaro, or at least what's left of him. If we're unlucky, we'll find what's left of him. Old City Overlook. It's hour 15. We'll only have so much time. I have a feeling we don't want to walk into that poison cloud. Okay, there's a skeleton. That's definitely not Botaro. Mouth char. The bones are warm to the touch. Okay, this is a way around to something. Bones are warm to the touch. Essence battery. I feel like we should probably destroy it. Oh, there's another thing. What are these? Sigil of Nightmares.
Need something stronger.
Curse of Nightmares.
Say you're hit me again and I'll hit you back.
Okay, you guys get back.
Oh? This is futile.
So you can actually get through it, it seems. Oh, it's lower resolve when damaged.
There's a walloping.
I don't like the fact that we have this here. And it looks like we're just permanently with it while we're down here. Let's see if destroying it will do anything.
That's not very helpful.
Come on, you can actually get through.
Yeah.
Nope, we still have it. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, so I think I can destroy these from afar and be okay.
Aye.
So head over to here.
Yeah. I cannot whack him any harder.
And just keep shooting at it from afar, and we'll take it down. It'll take a bit. Actually, if you do this... That was a bad move. Okay, it reflected magic.
Ha, that's it. I cannot whack him any harder.
That said, this seems to be the way to do it. Okay, Sigil of Nightmares down. Got some more of these things.
I see bits of their ice.
Okay, I see some hostile creatures up there. We can at least take care of these essence batteries. Or we could, but now these things have found us. But we're pulling them away from that other Sigil of Nightmares.
They'll fall by my hand.
How the hell did you get up there? We'll keep going for that Wraith.
Something I can do? I trust you.
Yes?
That is me. So you need to finish off that Sigil of Nightmares while you can. I will just survive while I beat at that thing. Don't worry, it can't take me down. I'm tough enough.
This is futile.
Don't worry, you can take it out. Just keep shooting it like that and it'll go down.
Take this. After him.
Almost. There we go. Now everyone join in and take out the Wraith. Almost. There we go. Alright, that wasn't too bad.
Indeed.
And you can go ahead and just finish this off. There we go.
Pretty good, huh?
3 lockpicks. We have 9.
I shall.
Still no sign of Bataro. You know what? I am actually curious. Let's see what's in here. Maybe it's something useful.
Got it.
Obsidian spalls and obsidian flakes. It is not actually useful. Okay. Well, the good news is we took care of whatever was up in that corner. Let's keep looking. Another chest we can unlock.
Good, huh? There.
Nothing of too big use.
Why not?
The bones are warm to the touch. You hear a faint melody near the statue. Interesting. Let me drop a save and we'll investigate this spot here. Alright, what is this? A cracked stone face rises from the pool. Lichens clog the hollows under its brows and nostrils, and a pale glow plays along the undersides of its cheeks. Inspect the pool. As murky as it is, it's difficult to tell how deep it goes. You can barely see the statue's submerged shoulders. The rest is shrouded in darkness. Yet a smudge of light shines from the gloom. And you hear a faint musical sound from the depths. The melody ebbs and flows, rises and recedes. Scattered bones lie around the pool. They're clustered around the water's edge, and despite lying in the mud, they're perfectly white. Inspect the bones. The bones are all gleaming white and whole without a single notch or crack. They're also warm to the touch. You feel a pulse running through them and quickly draw your hand back. Dive toward the light. You leap into the pool and swim down. The water is surprisingly warm with an oily texture and a brackish flavor. Yet as you paddle deeper, the water grows colder. The light in the depths becomes brighter and sharper, and a strange melody murmurs through the water. As the mysterious source grows closer, muck clogs at your eyes, and a strong current pushes you back. Despite the effort, you fight through the current, sustained by a deep breath and strong lungs. Continue toward the light. You reach the source of the light and music, a glowing conch in the statue's open hand. Music flows from it, as rich and deep as a baritone. You hover above it, your lungs screaming for air. Take the conch and swim back up. At first, the conch is stuck in place. With a little effort, you pry it from the statue's palm. It comes free with a pop, and the radiance and music fade. You push off from the statue and swim despite the pain swelling in your chest. You kick toward the dim glow of the surface. We gained the Cornet of Depths. Aha! So it is down here. You crawl out of the pool, heaving pained breaths after staying under so long. And I was injured with fatigue, lower accuracy defenses, and max health. You hear rattling. The bones by the pool grind and snap together. Several skeletons rise from the mud. Well, I knew that was gonna happen.
Looks like.
And that is definitely not that great.
Found it! It usually works.
That is actually not a spell I want you to have. However, you can shoot this one up there. It does seem like a good idea. How about a fireball? Actually, better idea. Do a bounding missiles on these.
Yes? I did not kindly spell. Can't take much more.
Things are not going well here right now.
We've lost Seraphin.
That's not good. We are really not doing well.
Lantern flickers.
Okay, you going up there to go after the sorcerer is a good thing. You two, finish off these brigands while you can. We're losing a lot of people here.
Damn you!
Yeah, this is not going well. I mean, we're taking them out, but... There we go. Okay, that did not go well at all. We've taken a lot of pain.
Leave it.
I mean, we took them all out, but that was a lot of pain. We're gonna need to see if we can find Bataru. And we'll need to see if we can get rid of the other wound. However, I think that's gonna have to happen in the next episode, because this one's gone on about long enough. So, next episode, we'll keep looking around in the old city overlook and see if we can find Bataru. Till then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Laniara, Adair, Jolti, Aloth, and Seraphin. This has been a Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire, and I shall see you all next time.